Author's note, I'm glad to see how much of you have taken a liking to this. If you want, feel free to give me some suggestions, scenarios or ideas to help further inspire me. Thanks again. Early one morning at Canterlot Academy's girls' dormitory, Spike was in his room still asleep in his bed. Suddenly his digital alarm clock went off and woke him up. Spike reached across to his desk and turned it off. He let out a yawn before sitting straight up. Morning already, he asked, before opening up his blinds to let the sunshine in. I guess so. Suddenly there was a knock at his door. Who is it? It's Twilight, Spike, came Twilight's voice. I have your new uniform right here. Leave it outside. I'll grab it, Spike ordered. Okay. Well, better get ready, Twilight said, as Spike heard her walk away. Right, Spike said to himself, before he peeked outside his door and saw a box on the floor. He picked it up and brought it in. He placed the box on his bed and opened it up to see what he would be wearing around campus. He laid the clothing on his bed, revealing to be a black blazer with matching pants, a white long-sleeved dress shirt and a pair of dress shoes in his size. Well, I'll try it on once I've showered and ate, Spike said to himself, before heading to the bathroom to take a shower. After getting cleaned up, he exited the bathroom wearing only boxer shorts and decided to make himself a sandwich before changing in the lobby of the dormitory. Twilight, Rainbow, Applejack, Pinky, Rarity, Fluttershy and Sunset were waiting for Spike. I hope he hasn't slept in, Fluttershy said in worry. He can't be, I heard him and he sounded wide awake, Twilight assured her. Morning, girls, they heard Spike's voice. They looked over and gasped upon seeing Spike wearing his new school uniform. Spike had both the blazer and dress shirt unbuttoned and was wearing a purple shirt underneath them. Spike, seeing their surprised reactions, presented himself. So be honest, how do I look? Twilight was the first to answer. You look wonderful. Very dapper, Rarity added. Looks cool, Rainbow admitted. Thanks, Spike replied, not really used to the whole school uniform thing, but this does feel good. Come on, we don't want to be late, Sunset said, as the 8 hurried off. They arrived at the school and headed for class, before walking into Principal Celestia and Vice Principal Luna. Good morning, students, Celestia greeted them. Good morning, Principal Celestia and Vice Principal Luna. The two ladies noticed Spike. Well, Mr. Drake, we see you got the uniform we sent over to the dormitory, Luna said. Yeah, and it fits good, Spike admitted. Clearly. Well, we're glad we caught you. You'll receive your own gym uniform come phys ed period, Celestia noted. Thank you, and we were wondering if any of you would be available afterward to show Spike around school after school, Luna inquired. I can do it, Fluttershy offered. So can I, Sunset added. Me too, Pinky beamed. Good, now you all best get along to class. Celestia sent them off, and they hurried along. When they entered class, the girls already present saw Spike with their fellow classmates. Oh, doesn't he look spiffy? He's even cuter now, another gossiped. Spike ignored the gossip and stares for now and just went to his seat as did the others. As Spike sat through class, he glanced all around seeing the girls were once again giving him smiles and winks. He thought to himself, come on Spike, you're a student here now, don't feel intimidated. His eyes wandered to many of the girls' assets. And definitely don't look at them in that direction in public. He shook his thoughts off. Later on during phys ed, Spike acquired his uniform and was outside the locker room changing. I can't believe I'm right outside a girl's locker room. If I had even a small chance to see what goes on inside, I would take it. But being a guy in a school full of girls, I don't think that will happen anytime soon. He finished changing into a gym shirt, shorts and shoes. He went onto the track where they were supposed to have class. He waited for the girls until he saw one show up. But didn't appear to be a student. Her hair was a mix of bright orange and yellow while in a spiked style. She was dressed in sweats, had a whistle hanging around her neck and aviator sunglasses. Well, looks like you're the male student who the principal brought in. She began with a smirk. Yeah, that's me, Spike Drake, Spike answered. And you are? I'm Coach Spitfire, and I'll be your gym instructor. She introduced herself. Well, nice to meet you. He shook her hand. Likewise, she began inspecting him. You seem to be in shape from an eye's point of view. But let's see how you handle my training. she smirked, which sent shivers up Spike's spine. Soon enough after all the girls arrived, class officially began. The class was jogging laps around the track with Rainbow up front. Spike was in the middle of the group of students while jogging. As Spitfire called to them, "Come on, ladies, get the lead out." Applejack and Sunset were running at the same pace as Spike. Applejack spoke up. "You sure run very fast, Spike." "Thanks, though Rainbow Dash has us all beat." Sunset noted. "I can see that. Is she doped up on jet fuel or something?" Spike asked. "We'd wish," Applejack replied, as the three laughed. Spitfire called. "Hey, less yapping and more running." "Yes, ma'am," the three cried as they continued running. For the whole period, Spitfire had the class running drill exercises to get them into shape. When class ended, Spitfire called, "All right, girls, hit the showers now." The girls left, leaving Spike. "As for you, we got a spare one for you to use." Soon enough, Spike was showering inside a narrow stall close to the groundskeeper's shed. "This is a shower?" he asked rhetorically. "This is more like an outhouse." He struggled to wash himself, but was almost too narrow to lift his arms up. After getting cleaned, he wrapped a towel around his waist and ran to the locker room before anyone could see him. By the time he reached his chosen outside locker, he changed back into his uniform and put his gym stuff away. "This is something I may never get used to. They should at least give me a real room to change into. I should bring this up to the principal sometime." When he was finished, he headed back into the building. He waited until he saw the 7 girls arrive. "There you all are." "I was waiting," Spike said. "Wouldn't have been here sooner, but Rarity was taking her sweet time," Applejack explained, while eyeballing the fashion lover. "Is it wrong to want to make sure you look your best after physical education?" Rarity asked as she ran a hand through her hair. "Whatever," Applejack replied. "All that exercise sure has me hungry," Pinky said. "I'll say, I'm famished," Twilight added. "Then let's go," Sunset said as they headed for the cafeteria. When they arrived, they each got in line and received their food on trays. "What do you think of phys ed, by the way, Spike?" Rainbow inquired. "Not bad, really. Coach Spitfire may look intimidating, but I think she really means well." "That's right. But don't call her a softie in front of her, otherwise she'll have you doing push-ups all afternoon," Applejack warned him. Spike cringed. "Let's sit down and chow down," Pinky suggested, until they were approached by 4 girls, 3 of which were wearing red gem necklaces. One had orange and yellow poofy hair, the second had purple and aquamarine coloured hair in pigtails, the third had Celine and Persian blue hair styled in a ponytail, and the fourth had whitish blue coloured hair and wore a purple-like cape over her uniform. "Excuse me, your name's Spike, right?" the girl in the cape asked. "Yeah, that's right," Spike answered. "Good. My name's Trixie, and these are my friends," Trixie began. "I'm Adagio," the poofy-haired girl began. "I'm Aria," the girl in pigtails continued. "And I'm Zanata," the girl in the ponytail spoke. "Well, nice to meet you 4, Spike greeted them. "Would you like to join us for lunch?" Adagio offered. "Oh yes, since you're new here, it's only right you get to know every girl in the school." "Starting with us," Trixie added. Spike was pulled over by Twilight, who whispered into his ear. "Take note, Spike. Some girls here you don't want to get too comfy with." Twilight sparkled. "You should let Spike decide that for himself," Trixie said, before turning to him. "Come on, we're sitting over there." The 4 escorted him off. Twilight shook her head. "This is just like Trixie and the Dazzlings. Someone new comes in, and they have to try and corrupt them." "Don't be fretting too much, Twilight," Applejack began. "They mostly get to the naive girls." "Spike don't look that naive." "Yeah, I'm sure he can tell the type of girls to be cautious of," Sunset agreed. Twilight looked over, seeing Spike conversing with the girls, but didn't look like he was getting brainwashed by their words or anything. She smiled, seeing Spike really could handle himself. "So, what do you 4 do when you're not in school?" Spike asked the 4. "I like to do magic hacks. They call me the great and powerful Trixie," Trixie announced. Aria whispered to Spike. By they, she means herself. "I heard that," Trixie snapped. Spike spoke. "Well, I like magic." "Really?" Trixie gasped. "Yeah, stuff that can't always be explained and boggles the mind intrigues me." "I see," Trixie smiled. Spike turned to the other 3. "So what do you 3 do with your spare time?" "The girls and I are actually very good singers," Adagio explained. "You are?" "Yeah, we're the best," Aria began before glancing at Sonata. "While some of us are the worst." Sonata, frowning at her insult, spoke. "Oh yeah, well I think you're the worst." "No, you are," Aria argued. "You are." Adagio rolled her eyes and called out. "Girls, not in front of our new classmate. Remember, above all you must have self-control." Arya and Sonata sighed and ceased their petty squabble. Spike looked at Adagio. Are they always like that? Every single day, Adagio sighed, before getting back on subject. Maybe one day we can put on a performance for you so you can see just how well we can sing. She smiled at him. That sounds nice, Spike answered. Trust us, after hearing our voices you'll fall in love with us, Arya added. Spike did a double take. Literally? Well, not literally, just a figure of speech. Sonata giggled. Right, Spike answered. Before thinking, I know Twilight said there was some not to get too comfy with, but so far I don't see anything too wrong with them wanting to show me what they love to do. Still, she's right. Girls are just as capable of manipulation as guys can be. That logic always scares me, but I should get to know more of the girls around campus so I can at least know who they are. After classes ended, Spike stuck around as Fluttershy. Pinkie and Sunset arrived. Hey Spike, ready for that tour? Sunset asked. Sure he confirmed. Well then come on, Pinkie cheered as they started off. Great, Spike said eagerly, and with that the tour was underway. At first the three were showing Spike around the track where they had phys ed. Spike looked around seeing a whole mess of girls in after-school sports clubs. Some were in cheerleading, track and field, softball, tennis, badminton and soccer. Wow, everyone here looks so active. Spike said in wonder. Oh yes, this is one of the places where most of our sports clubs practice. Fluttershy explained. Spike looked out in the soccer field and saw Rainbow Dash maneuvering the ball with other players before hitting a goal. Whoa, Rainbow Dash is awesome. Yeah, not a lot of girls can match her sports skill, Sunset admitted. They entered the gym and saw the basketball team getting practice in. Spike watched the team in amusement, while marveling at how big the gym was. This is a large gymnasium. You should see when we have parties in here. That's where it gets really jumping, Pinkie explained. That's something I'd like to see, Spike said. Eventually you will, Sunset assured him. We do have some events coming up. Awesome, Spike said. As they continued on, they entered their school's indoor pool. This is the indoor pool, where our swim team practices during this time of year instead of the outdoor one. Suddenly, some of the swim club members seeing Spike gathered around him, asking questions. Did you come to watch us practice? Well, you should join us here sometime. I don't think. Okay, girls, break it up. Sunset shooed them away as they went back to practice. Spike sighed in relief. Though school swimsuits don't reveal too much skin, they still show off a girl's curves, he thought. They pressed onward before reaching the school's library. This is the school library. Fluttershy spoke in a soft voice. Spike looked and saw loads of shelves containing what looked like over 1 million books. Wow, it's like a reader's paradise. That's one way to describe it, Pinkie said. Spike saw Twilight shelving some books and reorganizing some more. Twilight? He asked. Twilight saw them. Hi guys. She walked over. What are you doing here? Spike asked. I work part-time here in the library after school, she explained. Twilight knows the whole library top to bottom, Pinkie added. If there's a book you're looking for here, she'll know right where it is and if it's available, Sunset put in. That's impressive. Spike looked at Twilight. Twilight blushed while twirling a finger through her hair. It's nothing, but if you ever are looking for a particular book, Spike, I can always find it for you here. I'll keep that in mind. We'll see you later, Twilight, Sunset said, as the four carried on and Twilight got back to work. Soon they were walking in the cafeteria. You know the school cafeteria, of course, Fluttershy told Spike. Looks a lot bigger when it's empty. Spike noticed. I know, right? Pinkie asked. Howdy, y'all. They heard Applejack. They saw she was behind the food counter where the lunch workers operated. Hey, Applejack, how's the work? Sunset asked. Doing fine. How about the tour? Applejack asked, while looking at Spike. Great. So do you work in the cafeteria after hours? He asked. Mostly to help load up on supplies for tomorrow's menus, she answered. Must be tough. Yeah, but the work is all good. Here, I got these for y'all. Applejack tossed her some bottles of a beverage. All right, fizzy apple cider, Spike cheered. My family makes that, you know, Applejack asked. Really? Spike gasped. Spike took her hand. You and your family have blessed this land with a drink of the gods. Applejack started blushing when Spike held her hand with his own. Spike. When Spike realized what he was doing, he released her hand and blushed sheepishly. Sorry about that. No problem. After all, you're not the only one who feels that way about our products. Yeah, first time Dashi had some of their cider, she became hooked on it. Pinkie added. One time she drank so much she bathed for an hour. Applejack and the girls laughed. That's funny, Spike laughed. We'll see you soon, Applejack, Sunset said. Take care, Applejack replied, as the group continued on. Next spot on the tour was their auditorium. Welcome to the auditorium, Sunset told Spike. This is where the students in the drama club practice and rehearse for productions, Fluttershy explained. I see, Spike said, as he looked around and spotted Rarity backstage organizing outfits. There's Rarity. Yeah, Rarity designs outfits and costumes for every production, Sunset explained. Hey, Rarity, Pinky called. Rarity, hearing her name called, looked over to see the four, oh hello, girls and Spike. Pardon me, I was just going over the latest designs for the next play. Spike looked at the designs hanging up. These are amazing, Rarity. I'm no fashion expert, but I know a good thing when I see it. Why, thank you, Spike. I do work very hard, but if they pay is right, then it's worth it. So I'm guessing with it being all girls here. Even girls play male roles in any of your school's performances. Yeah, that's right, Sunset confirmed. But you'd be amazed in how some of the club members here can act out male roles, Rarity added. Of course, now that we got you here, Spike, perhaps you may be able to fill certain male roles. If you want to, that is. Well, I've never been in a play before, so that might be a nice idea, he admitted. It is important for you to keep options open, Fluttershy said. Every bit of participation could help your academic record. Sounds like something Twilight would have said, Pinky noted. Fluttershy smiled. Well, since Twilight's not here, I figured someone should have told him. The girls laughed while Spike chuckled a bit. Later on, the group was outside, and that concludes our tour of Canterlot Academy, Pinky declared. Did you like it, Spike? Fluttershy asked. I loved it. Now I know this whole academy inside out, so it won't feel like I'm lost. And with that, you are more of a student now, Sunset added. Welcome aboard, Spike. Pinky slapped his shoulder hard, sending him stumbling forward in the direction of Fluttershy. He ended up falling on her, causing Fluttershy to fall with him. Spike reversed positions so that he would land on the ground with Fluttershy on top of him. Oh my gosh, are you two okay? Sunset gasped, as she and Pinky got down to help them, only to see the two of them ended up locking lips when they landed. Pinky and Sunset's eyes were widened, as Spike and Fluttershy were blushing. Fluttershy jumped off Spike with a full red face. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's okay, Spike said, as he got up. I'm the one that should be sorry. Believe me, I had no intention of doing that on purpose, Spike calmed her. Pinky and Sunset looked up ahead and worried looks grew on their faces. Oh, guys. Sunset began. What? Spike asked. We got a problem, Pinky said. Spike and Fluttershy looked behind them and saw half the student body, including Twilight, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity, looking at them with wide eyes and shocked expressions. Spike and Fluttershy both felt awkward and worries as some of the expressions on the others' girls started turning into looks of envy. Finally, Trixie called out. Fluttershy, I can't believe you would put the moves on our first male student like that. I never would have guessed you would be the first to try something that bold, Adagio added, as she glared in envy. Big mistake on our part, Aria added. I wish I got a piece of that, Sonata whined. The other girls started voicing their own reactions as they proceeded for the two. Oh dear, what do we do now? Fluttershy asked in fright. Spike took her hand, and she looked at him, hearing him give an answer. We gotta run. And with that he ran off, dragging Fluttershy along as the girls ran after them. The only ones who didn't run after them was Twilight, Rainbow, Rarity and Ajay. Instead they went over to Pinky and Sunset. Applejack spoke. What the hell just happened here? It's a long story, Sunset began. Was Spike trying to put the moves on Fluttershy? Rainbow asked with a frown and clenching her fists. No, Dashy, Pinky began. That was my doing. Your doing, Rainbow and Twilight asked. Pinky slapped Spike on the back too hard and he fell into Fluttershy, Sunset explained. Then why is it they were locking lips? Rarity asked with her hands on her hips. I guess Spike didn't want Fluttershy to hit the ground when they fell, so he reversed their positions and landed first, resulting in Fluttershy landing harder on him. And well, you get the gist of it, Sunset explained. Okay, that makes sense, Rainbow admitted, as she unclenched her fists. We should probably go find them, Applejack suggested. Yeah, come on, Twilight ordered, as they raced off. Meanwhile, Spike had been running while dragging Fluttershy along, who wasn't fast enough to outrun the mob on her own. The mob of girls chased the two. At every chance, Spike and Fluttershy would hide somewhere only to get their covers blown and were on the run again. Fluttershy didn't look like she could run anymore. Spike looked around trying to find someplace they could throw the mob off. When he spotted the locker room, he thought to himself, it's a chance I have to take. He dragged Fluttershy to it, and they went inside, closing the door behind them, and just in time because the mob had ran right past the locker room thinking their culprits was up ahead. Spike poked his head out of the locker room and saw they were gone. All clear, he said as he and Fluttershy stepped out. Second day here, and already I have a mob of girls chasing me. I think they were mostly after me, Fluttershy reminded him. Yeah, that's true. Spike admitted. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. What about you? Never better. Fluttershy, I'm sorry that happened back there. I must have really embarrassed you, huh? Oh no, it's not that. You were just trying to keep me from hitting my head on the pavement, Fluttershy began. That whole kiss thing was my bad. I'm really sorry. Spike smiled. Don't be... What? Fluttershy asked in confusion. Don't be sorry for that kiss. It was actually pretty enjoyable, he admitted. It was, Fluttershy asked with a blush. Yeah, never been kissed like that before. In fact, that was my first, really, Fluttershy asked. Yeah, and judging by your reaction, it was yours too, wasn't it? Fluttershy felt shy before answering yes. Was I any good, he asked. Huh? Was I a good kisser to you? I mean, I'd hate to think if I gave you a lousy first kiss. Spike said while feeling awkward. Oh no, you weren't bad at all, Fluttershy replied. I wasn't, he asked. Not at all, you were great too. The two looked at each other smiling, before snapping out of it. So, wanna get back to the others, assuming they don't also wanna rip me apart, Spike offered. Of course, and I don't think you'll need to worry about them doing that. Well, except maybe Rainbow, but I can vouch for you that it was an accident. Fluttershy said. Thanks, Fluttershy. He smiled. Fluttershy smiled back. You're welcome. And with that the two started heading their way back to find their friends, hoping to not come across the mob of girls again.
She